With us this morning is Melissa Hooper with the Midwest Dairy Council to demonstrate the art of fondue, and I love this idea. It's really pretty simple, isn't it?
Absolutely, and Valentine's Day is one of those great opportunities to melt cheese and melt hearts with it. So
there you go.
Yogurt and cheese has been shown in research to help reduce weight, along with exercising and reducing calories overall. So it's something that you can do and know that you're going to be getting health benefits as well. Well, this is the simple Swiss fondue, and it's called simple because it is so easy to make. You just shred your Swiss cheese, put it into a pan to melt with some cornstarch and a little bit of cooking wine, and about 10 minutes later you've got your melted fondue.
This is such a great fun idea.
Yeah, you just take out your chocolates and you can put in different colored cheeses and also different shapes. And I just use cookie cutters to cut out those cheeses and make them into different shapes. So again, the gift of cheese is actually preferred over even chocolate, if you can believe that.
Melissa, you always have great ideas. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you for having me.
But a registered dietitian with the Midwest Dairy Council says think of it this way.
They're getting a lot more nutrition for the amount of those calories in comparison to just getting sugar and maybe some caffeine.
Hooper says one bottle counts for 2 of the recommended 3 dairy servings for teens each day.
They are very fun, easy recipes to make. They just incorporate a little bit of cheese, and we've got some ants on a log, the cheesy spiders, and our caterpillars here. So they're fun things that parents can do, and they can also get their kids involved in the kitchen. Calcium crisis is what we're calling it, because right now children need to have about 3 to 4 servings of dairy a day, and they're only getting about 1/3 of that. So what's happening is they're not getting enough calcium, and that's needed for proper growth and development of bones and teeth, as well as helping to prevent other diseases such as obesity, type 2 diabetes. Children under 10 and over 2, as a dietitian, I would recommend to have the lower fat milks, 1–2%. They can drink the whole milk if they want. Skim's not necessarily needed unless they are having maybe some issues with weight, and then you'd probably want to see a doctor before doing something like that.
Well, this is the cheesy turkey cranberry salad.
Easy for you to say.
Almost. And just a little bit of some yogurt, which is plain, non-fat. And again, this is another key when you are trying to watch your weight or trying to maintain weight during a holiday season, is trying to look for those low-fat products. There's lots of ways to use up your leftovers, and just remember to get 3 to 4 servings of dairy a day, because it will also help with weight management.
Dairy? What a coincidence. Well, thanks. Thanks for coming in. It looks good.
Thank you for having me.
Want to bring in Melissa Hooper, registered dietitian with the Midwest Dairy Association. Of course, you're here for several things, talking about racing and getting fueled up. Breakfast, very, very important meal. They say it's the most important of the day. A lot of people think breakfast, you got to get up a half hour early and you dirty up the whole kitchen, but breakfast can be a piece of cake. Not that you should have cake, but it can be a piece of cake.
That's right. Breakfast is very important. It does fuel people for their day. For kiddos, they've had statistics show that breakfast helps them improve their academic performance. They have better grades. It's definitely something that people do not want to skip, is breakfast. And you can have easy ideas. We've got several really quick recipes. If you want to do a parfait, you can have that made up ahead of time, have it in your refrigerator ready to go, and just combine yogurt, cereal, and fruit. And that has 3 out of the 5 food groups from the Food Guide Pyramid, which is what we recommend for a meal.
Gosh, that's 60%, 3 out of 5.
Melissa Hooper from the Midwest Dairy Council is here. Good to see you again.
Thank you for having me on the show. I'm so excited. This is the countdown to the touchdown. And I have some quick, easy, delicious recipes that will score big points for nutrition.
I know people are going to be looking for these.
That's right. And the viewers may know that the 2005 dietary guidelines have just been released a few weeks ago. And it states that people need to be consuming 3 servings of dairy a day, which includes milk, yogurt, and cheese. And by following those dietary guidelines, people will reduce their risk for chronic diseases such as type 2 diabetes, hypertension, and obesity. So I am going to start with some artichokes, and basically I just got these canned, and you just want to make sure that you get them drained real well. And then 10 ounces of spinach, and this one I got frozen, and the key to this recipe is trying to get the juice off as much as possible before you bake it.
Okay, do squeeze the moisture out of the spinach then, okay?
And then about a cup of yogurt, and I've got the non-fat plain yogurt. You just mix it up and then put it in the oven to bake, and the recipe calls for it to bake for about 20 minutes, but if it's got a little more juice, it'll take a little longer than that. Also a 5-day meal plan on the www.3day.org website, so people can incorporate all of those dietary guidelines into their diet plan.
Good idea. Thank you so much,
Thank
Melissa.
you for having me.